Have you ever felt like you just weren't good enough? Have you ever felt like you just weren't of value to anybody and everybody else was better than you? Well, stay tuned, my friend, because I'm going to share with you 3 tips of building more belief in yourself that I've used to help me break that cycle. So stay tuned. So, hi, my friend. I am Teresa Lysam, and I want to share with you 3 tips that I used myself to help me build a better belief or build stronger belief in myself. So the first one being self-talk. What is your self-talk like? Is it more on the positive side or is it more on the negative side? Many of us are talking to ourselves in a negative, assertive, mean way, and we don't even realize it. It was just something we do without even thinking. So I'm going to invite you to be aware of your self-talk. How do you talk to yourself? And I want you to just pay attention, just notice and think, would you talk to your best friend that way? Probably not. So please don't talk to yourself that way. So I just invite you to be aware of whether your self-talk is more negative or positive. The second way is we got to stop that. We have to stop that cycle of negative talk if that's what you're doing. So we need a pattern interrupt. We need something to stop that cycle from happening. So you can choose whatever pattern interrupt you want. You first have to be aware of your talk and when you're in those moments of talking bad to yourself or about yourself. And you can stop just by imagining a stop sign up in your head, or you can just kind of do this, or you can take a deep breath and just stop when that is happening. So it's really important that you stop and do something different, flip it, change it to something more positive. So the second tip is stop with a pattern interrupt. The third thing I'm going to invite you to do is create something positive instead. I use the word affirmations. So I use something positive, an affirmation, something more positive and better that I can say about myself instead. So something that's more affirming. And it does take repetition. So an affirmation typically starts with I am healthy. I am fun to be around. I am valuable. I am just as good as anybody else. And you're not going to believe it at first. And that's why some people don't like affirmations, because they just don't believe it. But you can kind of change it up. And the more times you say it, the more you will start to believe it. So just let me give you an example. So I am healthy. If you don't believe that, and you can't say it with any conviction, then what if you said something like, I am learning to be more healthy. I am wanting more health for myself. Wouldn't it be nice if I was more healthy? I am learning to make healthier choices. So it's not a direct, I am healthy, but you're kind of softening it with those little beginning sentences that I just shared with you. But it does take repetition. I'm not going to promise you that it's easy, and it does take a time, but repetition, that's how we got those negative thoughts going in the first place. We repeated, we heard the messages over and over and over. So we could undo that, and we can start giving ourselves positive, repeated phrases. Trust me, it works. So positive repetition is how we learn. It is doable. It is a practice. And that's my 3 tips for building better belief in yourself. If you want more, because I do have a lot more, then connect with me and I can really help you solidify or get closer to that better belief in yourself. So I'm Teresa Lysam. Thank you so much for listening. Subscribe to my channel, and we'll talk to you in the next video.